Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger here from HolsingerSlyShop.com. Bringing you another nymph pattern today. We're going to tie a Perdigon style nymph and change it up into color, whatever color you like to fish, or have a couple different colors, couple different sizes on this. It's more or less a generic fly. This is a fly that's made for European nymphing style fishing, and it's a fly that's made to get you down to the bottom real quick, especially like fast water, deep holes. You want to shoot her straight to the bottom. This is streamlined like a bullet to get you there. Tungsten beads, a little bit of lead, some thread, some tailing, and that's about it. And some crystal flash. It's a real simple, easy pattern to tie, and it catches a lot of fish. So give this a try in a couple different colors, like I said, and don't be afraid to mix and match, see what you come up with, what works best for you. And just an FYI for all of you out there, we've done a lot of work here in the past couple months working on building a new website for y'all. We finally got it up and running, and we hope you check it out, the HolsingerSlyShop.com. All the materials you need to tie all these flies in my videos, we have it there on the website. And we think we got a lot better, simpler method, a cleaner site for you, easier to navigate. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for watching as always, guys. We enjoy bringing these to you, and we're thankful for all the business that you brought from it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sean Holsinger. Now enjoy the video. Alright, like I said, we're going to tie a Perdigon style nymph here, and really easy to tie. Like I said, just a couple pieces of material. The hook we're going to be using on this is a Firehole 633, size 14. You can tie this anywhere from like a 20 to a 12, and I would suggest that, having it in different sizes. And like I said, also change up the color. Have some orange ones, some brown ones, some black ones with just a rib on here. I'm going to rib the whole thing with the crystal flash so it really shows. I like, olives and stuff like that. But like I said, 633 hook from Firehole, and the bead I'm using is a copper tungsten bead, copper colored, 1/8 size or 3.5 millimeter. For thread, I'm going to use some olive 140 denier ultra thread. And whoops, before I do that, I'm going to put on a little bit of lead. I'm going to use some 0.015 lead wire, and I'm going to put between like 3 and 5 wraps on here. And partially why I'm putting the wrap on there, wraps of lead, is to hold the bead into place, for 1. 2, to give me a little bit of build up here for my thread. And those are the main reasons. I'm going to start my thread right behind it, and I'm not going to build on it too much right now because I want to keep the profile slim on it, and I want to build up onto it. Just cut that off. Now I'm going to use some Cocktail on for the tail. Medium Pardo, light Pardo, whatever you have. I have medium. And only a few fibers on here. Like I said, you're imitating a mayfly. Very sparse on the tails. Like most of them have three tails, so like anywhere 3 to 5 or 6 if you want it just a little bit fuller, but don't make it too full. And we're gonna put our tail, we're gonna make it about the length of the body of the fly. Okay, just gonna set it on, get it on top, and I'm gonna shorten this up just a hair. There we go. I like it about that length. Okay, now I'm going to wrap that back, and I don't want it to go bend over the hook. So when it starts to bend over the hook, I'm going to unwrap it a little bit like I did there. I went too far. So I want this to come straight off the hook. A nice, straight, even fly. Okay, now we're going to cover this up, and we're just going to blend and taper this. And I'm going to have a nice taper from really thin, just covering the thread, just covering the feather fibers there, up into making it, tapered right up nice to that head. Like I said, this thing's going to be in the shape of a bullet when I'm done with it, pretty much, is the best way to describe it. Okay, now I'm going to come back to about the middle, and I'm going to take a piece of crystal flash. And I didn't get one out to start with, so I'm going to grab one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the crystal flash, and this one is peacock color. Use different colors of crystal flash to achieve different body colors. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it under my thread and bring it right up on top. You can see how I'm resting it on top. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in half on the top. And what I'm doing is making 2 strands of crystal flash here. So I'm going to be tying down 2 strands of crystal flash instead of 1. So I cover up a little bit more with each wrap. And then I'm just going to really lightly wrap right back there to my tail. And then come back up and build up as I go. And get right up to the head. Now you see how I built a really nice taper onto that. And that's all the bigger I want it. I don't want it as big as my bead yet, because I'm going to put a collar onto that. Now from there we're just going to start wrapping up our crystal flash. And keep it nice and together, nice and tight. So you don't have, for this one I don't want the olive thread showing through, but I wanted it will come through the crystal flash a little bit. I didn't want it as dark as if, say, I put black underneath it. So that's why I went with the olive on this. So just wrap this up right up to the bead. Okay, and once we get it wrapped up to the bead, we're just going to tie it off. Okay, make about 3 wraps there, tie it down. And you can set this aside, use it on your next one. Okay, now I'm going to just take and whip finish this off, just a small whip finish, like 3 wraps. So I'm not building too much up. Okay, then we'll cut this off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hot spot collar on this. And I'm just going to put a couple wraps. And I'm going to take and make sure I get that wrap down there. So I switch the thread around. Okay, just get a couple wraps and then we'll do the whip finish, and the whip finish will level us out on the bead. Okay, so you see how that tapered right up to that bead, and we got a nice even taper the whole way up through there. Okay, now we're going to trim this off, and I only put 1 whip finish on it because it doesn't have to be real tight, because I'm going to cover it all with UV glue here in a second. Next thing I'm going to do is put a wing case on it, and I'm just using some black nail polish. You know, go raid your wife's or your daughter's nail polish and use black. And we're just going to put a tiny little dab on top. Try not to go too much. Just going to put a little wing case up there. Just covering my collar and the bead. You can see there, that's all I did. Okay, now I'm going to take this one off and set it aside to dry. And then I'm going to put another one on that is dry. And the last thing we're going to do is we are going to put some UV fly finish in the flow on there to lock that head cement or the nail polish down, and it'll also smooth out this fly. And then we'll hit this with a light and we're all done. And that is all that's to this very simple fly. And it is a good fish catching fly. Like I said, it's mainly used in the European style of nymphing, and it catches fish. So give it a try, and like I said, all the materials you need to tie this you can find at the shop at holsingersflyshop.com. Thanks again everybody for watching, and please take the time to subscribe to my channel so you're constantly updated with new videos.